He was off dancing naked across the fields at night, howling at the moon.
That's when they drink poaching over here. That's when that happens.
Moonshine. Do people still howl at the moon?
We're the happy headers, and I think that is total myth, Paul.
No, they do.
It's mental.
People do howl
Why
at the moon.
would you feckin' howl at the moon?
I'll tell you exactly why people howl at the moon. The fact that people do howl at the moon is not up for discussion, really. They do, but why? Well, you see, the moon, or luna as it is in Latin, which is where the word lunacy comes from. Lunatic. There are plenty of lunatics out there that engage in weird behaviour. And people traditionally would have said it's a full moon out the weekend, your man was gone lula. He was off dancing naked across the fields at night, howling at the moon.
That's when they drink poaching over here. That's when that happens.
Moonshine.
Moonshine.
But there is some truth in it. Now, by the same token, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you know somebody that engages in weird and mad behaviour, you might say, that's because there was a full moon. But you might do that on weekends where there isn't a full moon. You don't kind of notice it so much that weekend. You do notice it when there's a full moon.
Jesus.
And you say that's because there was a full moon.
Well, some people do go mad, though. Like, one of my daughters as well, she goes nuts. Like, when
does she howl at the moon?
She doesn't,
right.
No. But she gets really hyper. And actually, years ago, when I worked in this mushroom farm years ago when I was in my teens, and there was a woman I used to be picking mushrooms beside her, like in my little tunnel, you know. And Jesus Christ, when it was a full moon, she'd never stopped talking. Like, motor mouth. She continued.
Well, I think a lot of women are like that anyway.
Oh my God, Paul, you are going to be stoned when you walk out here some evening. He doesn't mean it. Oh my God. Well, maybe a lot of men are like werewolves and they just howl at the moon, Paul.
Yeah, out of sheer frustration. I've been around people who are talking the whole time. I'm just going to step outside, honey, and have a little bit of a howl. That'll be in 10 minutes. But
we're crying, really.
My sister used to do mental health nursing. Yeah. And she would have worked with people who were very, very disturbed.
Yeah.
And she told me, so I had this firsthand, and Dolores, you can confirm this, is that she was working in a place one time where there was lots of people who wouldn't be aware of even where they were, what day of the week it was, never mind what month it was, or whether it was full moon.
Outside.
They'd be in almost like solitary confinement. And she said, come to full moon day, we'll go lula.
Wow.
Balubas. Wow. Howling and doing all kinds of stuff as if they instinctively knew that the full moon was out.
Yeah. It must change the energy or something like that.
You know what it is? We are made of water. The moon affects tides. It pulls water.
Yeah.
We're made of water.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Because animals.
It draws the madness out in you.
Animals are affected. It's only just there beneath the surface.
It's a header,
doesn't take a whole lot to draw it out.
It's a total header. Yeah. This lad.
So animals can be very susceptible to when the moon is. Animals are very much aware of cycles and their behaviour. Matches in
migration and everything.
We are animals.
No, we're not. Oh my God.
We are. It's a natural cycle of nature. We're animals. And the moon was very important to our prehistoric ancestors. This is why they built Newgrange and the pyramids and
Yeah, actually.
All of these places.
The light hits it like at a certain point.
Full moon and so
all the stars
and all of that. So, like myths and legends, werewolves, are very easily interwoven with the myths that were already there about the moon. And the moon looks like a skull. Isn't that interesting?
Do you think
it looks like a man's face. The man in the moon. That's where the stories come from.
He's just imagining things now.
It is.
I think we should put you into a lunatic asylum. Do you remember years ago they used to call it a home for the bewildered?
Yes. If anybody's got any availability out there, if you've got a room or a space, I'd happily escape from this asylum that I'm in.
Yeah, I apparently have hysteria,
Yes.
Because I've been diagnosed with that by Paul Gill here.
A lot. But our ancient ancestors, when they saw them facing the moon, they'd say this is the same as a skull, and the moon became associated with death.
Oh, Jesus.
But it's just a random thing. Like the craters in the moon look like two eyes, and it looks like a face. Yeah. But what if the moon had actually resembled a smiley face?
ghost. Wouldn't that
All
be
the
so
myths,
cool?
all the myths that would have evolved then about it,
Be so much better.
wouldn't it?
Yeah, he'd be just creepy then. He'd be smiling at you all the time. Like.
So, in summary, there is a lack of scientific evidence, but there's observational evidence that people have observed things.
Yeah.
I want to know: have you observed people in your life?
Or are you affected actually by the change in the moon as well?
Yeah.
Like I definitely have noticed people being affected by it. But is it what Paul says? Is it just, that they know it's a full moon, so then they behave differently? Or does it actually affect us because of the water in our bodies?
Yeah. We are the Happy Hitters. Like us, subscribe to us, and we'll talk to you soon.
Oh!